What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. I don't know if this is too loud or not. Today, I am changing the direct drive motor on this captive air exhaust fan. Never done it, so we're gonna figure out this thing together. The door switch has been bypassed, so I actually got a switch to go along with it. So I gotta check power. There's exhaust 1, 2, and 3, and see which one this one is so we can shut power and work on this thing safely. Honestly, there's gonna be a lot of you probably watching that are like realizing potentially how simple this is. I just know I gotta get my wires here out, right? This, I'm thinking I have to take the whole top of this portion off to set it back in place. Take these bolts out here. I might start with these to take this portion out, but I'm just learning this as I'm doing it. So there's only one way to figure it out, and that's just to start doing it and getting it done. Okay, before we get into something I know nothing about, there is one thing I do know about, and that's that Camel City Mill makes the best socks in the world. I'm saying it. Those other socks, they don't compare. If you're a blue-collar worker, if you're a nurse, if you're a doctor, if you're a freaking an accountant, you need to try Camel City Mill socks right now. Trust me when I tell you, you won't be disappointed. They got reinforced toes, they got reinforced heels, they use freaking Dan Marino Ironside wool. Anything that says Ironside is obviously going to be amazing. Also, they come with a 10-year warranty. Probably the best thing, they're made right here in America, in North Carolina. But go ahead and click the link down below. Go bundle up, save a whole bunch of money, get some socks. Your feet's going to thank you. Your wallet's going to thank you. Now let's see if I can figure out how to work on an exhaust fan. Maybe I don't take those off. I take these bottom ones off and then try to flip it. I don't even know. Hell no. I ain't doing this. I texted Adrian about this job. He actually warned me that generally when it's a direct drive, he just gets a whole new exhaust fan. So that's what I'm in the progress of doing. Getting in touch with Captive Air here. Yeah, that's gonna put a pause on this. This is just one of their events. They got one larger one and then a smaller guy over there. But obviously, you know, they need this thing to work. But I'm just gonna button it back up, take my motor back down, and just call this one a loss on my end. All
right, well, that's going to conclude the video. I didn't finish the job. I took the motor back, and I quoted for a whole new exhaust fan. If you can't take the heat, stay out the kitchen. Perfect pun, right? Honestly, leading up to this job, I tried to find a video on YouTube of anybody doing a direct drive on one of these exhaust fans and couldn't find one. The only video I found that was in any way some sort of help was Chris Stevens' video, and he was just talking about how terrible this design was. And by the end of the video, he replaced the whole exhaust fan. So that's what I ended up doing, was quoting that. Again, prior to this, I spoke with Adrian. This is kind of his area. And like I mentioned in the video, he just said there's so much of a pain in the ass, they just quote replacement. I'm sure I could have figured out some sort of way to get that thing going, but probably needed a second man to kind of dismantle that whole thing. And on top of that, that exhaust fan was extremely, extremely hot. That's why I used my rope to lean that thing back, because it was, again, too hot to really just get my hands on. I used pliers to push it up originally. Honestly, on this job, I bit off more than I could chew. I'm sure if I had just sat there and analyzed it a whole lot more, I probably could have got something done. But at the end of the day, I let the customer down, which is just a pretty big blow to my ego. Generally, I pride myself on just getting the job done no matter what. Unfortunately, I didn't get this job done. If you guys have any helpful tips, please let me know down below. I've changed direct drives multiple times, but generally it's in like a air handler like cabinet or on a rooftop where it's just easily accessible. This thing looked like I was going to take off 4 bolts, pull that thing through, and be good to go. But again, it didn't work out that way. With that being said, if you guys could, just to help me out, help my ego a little bit, smash the like button. Consider subscribing if you're new here. All my subscribers, y'all already know. I appreciate y'all. And I'm going to catch y'all on the next one. Later.